Lately I've been living on the high.
Okay.
It was crazy. I'm telling you.
Continue.
Oh wow, I'm just trying to because
So how'd you find out all this stuff?
how many conversations that I've overheard, read through text because somebody forgot that they gave me the password and my fingerprint was in the phone because I bought the phone for her.
So classic.
Along with
The funny thing is,
like, and I've never like really been the one to let go of connections when I had them. So I always had people that'll shoot me information whenever I needed it. But instead of like, hey, just to let you know. But all right,
for shorty, wow. So, what made you stay? I guess that would be my question. All this mistreating, disrespect, number one, not only for you but for herself, on so many levels. Why stay?
I can honestly answer it now that I have no idea. But I would tell myself during that time, like, okay, you talk to her enough, eventually she's gonna change. That didn't happen.
Oh, so you had a fixer-upper you were trying to flip and make better, but it never happened.
I guess you could say that. Because I was always, I have a loyalty trait, which is a gift and a curse because sometimes it can turn into blind loyalty.
Loyalty to a fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. It was like I was in a blind loyalty type thing because I felt guilty for her leaving school.
Oh, so you took on her pain, responsibilities, and everything.
Yeah.
Downfalls, everything in this relationship.
Yeah.
So you were acting as a husband.
Yeah.
In a regular relationship.
Yeah.
Was there love?
For me, yes. I don't know from her. Even though she would tell you yes.
But actions speak louder than words.
Exactly. That was always my thing.
So.
And then
multiple cases of cheating.
Yeah.
When does the straw break the camel's back?
In that relationship?
Yep.
When I almost got stranded in Atlanta.
Okay, speak on this. Multiple things of cheating. Now you're in Atlanta. Dang, you're almost stranded.
Yeah.
Go through this process.
In the end of the relationship, there was the talk of what's next. Not what's next for us, but what's next for her, career-wise. Because at this point, we had both done our best. I had reached out to people at the school to get her back in school.
Right.
She was getting ready to go back in. Doing cheer.
Wow.
One phone call from her father. Next thing you know, she's off to the army.
Wow. So daddy rules.
Yeah.
Of course. Daddy's girl.
So she goes off the basic. Graduates. I spend $300 something for Uber because the car was with her dad. $300 some for Uber from Columbus to Atlanta so I can get to her uncle's house.
Wow.
Because it was me, her uncle, and her brother riding up together to South Carolina.
Right.
We get up there, everything's good, everything's smooth. I got convicted while I was up there because I was about to propose to her.
Oh. So let me get it straight.
The Holy Ghost said, don't you dare.
Hold on now. Let me gather all evidence. Multiple cases of cheating. In Atlanta. And in your heart or in your mind, you say, okay, I'm going to propose. Do you think proposing will make everything better?
Before the conviction, I thought I was good. I went back and forth for a while. I was like, do I really want to do this? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Don't you do it? It was like that. And on the trip, I was like, during the trip, I literally said to myself, I was like, we're gonna take this day by day. Let's see what happens.
So you purchased a ring.
Yes.
So it was definitely in your heart.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something, but I'm gonna stay filtered. Okay. First off, I just want to let y'all know God is good.
Yeah.
Continue.
So we get up there, everything's going smooth. Her dad was throwing slick shots at me, but I always had an easy, real quick, good, subtle rebuttal for him.
Always.
To, shut his mouth whenever I needed to.
Okay.
And that's when I was like, yeah, I'm finna go take this ring to the pawn shop, get some money. And so I kept it. We took pictures and went our separate ways. She texted me on my way back down there because we left that next morning,
right,
back down to Atlanta. Now, the arrangements were supposed to be that her brother supposed to bring me back here.
Right.
Her brother went back to Mississippi. Her uncle literally told me, I can't take you.
Oh, snap.
You got somebody that can come get you?
Ooh.
At that time, we were estranged, so I did not want to call you.
And listen, if he would have called,
and then I knew for a fact if I would have called you, I knew it would have stirred up some stuff with them based off what they had said. If I would have told you exactly what they said.
Listen, if you would have called me as a TDK member, I've been Brothers Keeping for a very long time.
Facts.
So, if he would have called me, I guarantee I'd have came.
For sure.
Of course, he'd have had my foot in his tail on the way back. But at the end of the day, I'd have came. That's what a Brothers Keeper does. At the end of the day, just because your brother go astray, and like I always tell him, a lot of times you just got to get that work. Like people have to experience life without God.
Yeah.
I feel like it's important. Because when you out there on that ledge, you realize and you look back and you say, God, I need you. But go ahead.
So yeah, didn't want to call you. Did not want to call my mom.
Oh man, you better calling me.
I ain't called. The one person I called, that I was like, please pick up the phone, was my first love.
First love somehow comes back into the picture
What? Because we was already.
I mean, I feel you.
This was when this is when we was rekindling the friendship, and when we had got to the point where we was like, okay, like all that other stuff all that past stuff, we can put that behind us. Let's just focus on the right now. She literally drove from Columbus up there to college girl's uncle's house to pick me up and go back to Columbus.
So
didn't want me to give her any gas money.
So my question is this: did she put her foot up your tail on the ride back? And first love, if you didn't, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh no, she for sure.
She should have gave you.
At that time, she cussed me out.
Cussing? That's about right.
She cussed me out.
All right. So she curses you out on your ride home.
Yeah. Literally the entire ride. So that's like
this is it. College girl is over.
Yeah, because after that, that's
college girl has some ways about her.
That's when we was like we was communicating, and she was still doing the same stuff there that she was doing here. And I was like, yeah, I ain't really putting up with that no more.
Right.
And then she was like,
enough is enough.
That's when she would do the
unknowingly using an abusive relationship. Men get abused too.
And then that's when she pulled the same line from the BT relationship. I don't want to lose you. Let's just be friends.
Sounds about right. Okay. College girl is done and over with.
Yes.
Now we on the finale.
The finale.
Here's the finale. Yeah. We're wrapping up here close. We're soon to wrap up. Well, since you're listening on our TBK podcast, this is called Casual Conversation Relationship Talk.
Yeah.
This is what this is called. Check out our sponsors. Our sponsors is FNX, Phoenix Fitness.
Rise up.
Go to Phoenix Fitness. FNX.
Yeah, FNXFit.com. If you want to go ahead and get you some supplements.
Go ahead.
For 15% off.
Come on.
Go ahead and put in the promo code TBKFAM. That's TBKFAM. That's all you got to do.
TBK fam.
And we can't forget about our other sponsor.
Listen, ladies, you need your hair done.
Come on now.
You need your hair fried, dyed, laid to the side.
Come on.
You can't find the right products to put in your hair. So we have
Pure by Her Glory, by the hair care connoisseur herself, Miss Tiffany Miller.
All day, man, I'm trying to tell you, she gives good confidence and style.
Yeah.
This girl right here, she has a lot of my money because my wife loves her units. And when I tell you, it look so natural. So, go check her out. Pure
by Her Glory.
All day. We'll post a link somewhere around here. Now, back to the story.
We've reached the finale.
Right.
And I already know you want to know the time frame.
Of course.
Of this.
Like me, I love time frames.
I'm not going to lie to you.
You lost count.
It was a month.
So, it was a month of getting with college girl, just about, right?
Month of getting out of that relationship.
So before you got with college girl, you was with BT. How long did it take you to go from BT to college girl?
4 months.
4 months. So, college girl to BT. time frame?
No, College Girl to Finale.
Yeah, College Girl to Finale.
1.
All right. As we wrap this up, I'm gonna show y'all something though. Pay attention.
And just to clarify that I'm not just like hopping in relationships all the time. The last 2 lasted a year. I was with both of those girls for a year.
All right, continue. I'll show you something. I can show you better than I can tell you.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
So at that point, Finale literally was around since the beginning.
At the same time with First Love?
Like I met her then, but it wasn't anything that I was feeling then.
So Finale was First Love.
Have been there
the whole time.
Beginning.
Okay. Friends, huh?
Yeah.
So he was in the friend zone with Finale and First Love.
I was recently in the friend zone with First Love. Like we had just rekindled during the relationship with College Girl.
Gotcha.
And Finale was my best friend. Like legit told each other everything.
Yeah. I've had that before. Bless my heart. Go ahead.
Yeah. Always knew that we both had crushes on each other since high school. Never, fessed up to it. Besides the one time that I did fess up to it and got turned down because she had a boyfriend.
Keep it up, man. Y'all doing your thing. Go ahead.
Yeah. So at that point, she was the shoulder that I cried on.
Wow.
And went from...
It's Finale.
Yeah.
So Finale knows
she knew everything.
She knew everything.
Yeah.
She's literally like a hit person.
Mm-hmm.
A hit woman. I want to say hit man, but a hit woman.
Yeah, she knew everything.
Okay, go.
And
which is deadly.
Yeah.
Which is deadly. And I'm trying to tell you. Go ahead. I'll break it down after. I'll break it down after. I'll break it down after. Guaranteed.
So that was also when we were together during the time we were together 2 months before the devastating loss in my life.
Yeah, I know.
And
you can tell me.
No, I'm putting the time frame in my head. I'm gonna say it though.
Okay, he's gonna say it.
And we were together when I at first like really said, all right, I'm finna come back to church. So it was a mentality shift for me. And she didn't adjust to that.
Wow.
Because she had got used to this one version of me.
Got you.
So it was like, yeah, I ain't that dude no more.
So you were trying to make a transition.
Mm-hmm.
So you felt the tug on your heart.
Yeah.
To get back into position.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
So for those of you that don't know, in December of what was that, 2018? Yeah. December 2018, I lost my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of like shook my core. And this is where things get crazy. So just like the previous two relationships, somebody was in Finale's ear. I told her, you should go to the Navy.
What is up with y'all leaving to go different places?
So she said, you know what? All right, cool.
What's up?
She left a few weeks before my grandmother passed.
Oh.
So the one person that I confided in,
person you used to crying to and crying on,
was no longer there.
Right.
So I had to deal with this by myself. Wow. Trying to be the backbone for my family.
Yeah.
Because they weren't going to do it. And that was the trait instilled in me by my grandmother. Because she was the backbone. And the person that she trained up to be the backbone was me. Everybody else wasn't there. Because that's who had raised me.
I'm with you.
So, losing her without having that shoulder to cry on and getting back to a point to where we could finally talk to each other. She was upset with me over a letter that I didn't end up sending. She sent a letter to me while she was in basic.
Gotcha.
I didn't send a letter to her because my Mima just passed.
Right.
I didn't want to talk to nobody if I couldn't say it. So I'm secluded, going to work every day. Literally going to work, going home, go to the church. Go to work, go home, go to the church. That's all I did. It was like a blur. So at that point, the relationship was like, it was a blur for the first few months. And we had got to the point to where when we finally did start communicating, after she was upset with me and I apologized for it, I noticed that she was doing, her traits were similar to college girls. So I was like, I backed out for a little bit. And then she had got aggressive. So that's when I backed out some more. So we didn't talk for about a good few months.
Right.
And during that time, that's when we first started doing the TBK stuff. And you know I was in my grind then.
Yeah, it was in that bag.
And then that's when she came back around. She came back around in the middle of that. And it threw me off. Because now I'm still dealing with my transition and I'm telling her okay, but if you're going to be in this relationship with me, you got to want what I want. And I want Jesus Christ.
Right.
So either that's what you want or we not really going to be able to do this.
So you didn't want to be unequally yoked anymore.
Yeah. And I would get this is when the false promises started. And once that happened, it transitioned from false promises to just wanting to be spoiled by me. But when I couldn't do it, it was an issue.
So when all your attention, and when you wasn't able to give all that, that's when it became a problem.
From a long distance. We're in 2 different time zones.
Wow. It's what do you expect?
We're in 2 different time zones. You're calling me when I only have, when I got to get up in an hour to go to work.
Yeah.
So I'm answering, but I'm sleep talking to you right now. I'm delirious on this entire conversation.
Got you.
So I might say some stuff. I don't know what I said. So it was always then and in the middle of my work day. So even though I was producing that work, I was still getting in trouble because I would leave my desk to go answer this phone call. Right?
You putting your job on the line.
Yeah. And at that point, that's when I was kind of fed up with my job anyway. So I was like, I got immunity. Like, you can't touch me because if you do, you're losing pretty much all your money. Because by this point at the job, I had broken every record. I was setting new stuff. I was breaking my own stuff.
Right.
So I was like, all right.
So you was Michael Jordan.
That's how I felt.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's how I felt, legit. But so, yeah, got to that. Then I left the job. And when I left, that's when it got worse.
Relationship worse?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Worse in the sense of that's when I noticed more of the stagnant and not enough growth. But I was blind loyalty, didn't want to end it because I had already told her, I was like you're my best friend first. So like before we even got in a relationship, like you still my best friend. Like I still, even to this day, I still care about her, but I know for a fact, like
you'll never go back to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you get with the finale, the last dance. We're not gonna say the last dance. We're just gonna say the final. What caused the breakage?
Me being fed up with repetition. It was the same mentality from Dawson Girl to BT, the college girl. She had the same mentality as them. So when I started to notice these traits of the abusive relationship, I'm like, okay, I've given you 2 warnings already that I'm not comfortable in this situation. You didn't take heed to these warnings.
Right.
You came to me and said, because she, at that time, that's when she was doing the whole she loved me today, don't love me the next day. That's when she would play the she'd get upset very fast.
I think it's funny because she knows everything.
Yeah.
You would figure in this type of relationship that a person who knows you, know what you've been through, would know what to do and would know what not to do and what's the triggers. I'm gonna show you something after this is done. Pay attention.
So yeah, so she went into the love you today, I'm mad at you the next day deal, and she had came to me and said she was going through a lot mentally. I said, okay, if you need to not be in this relationship, I'm cool with that. As long as, you know, I'm still going to be able to support you, but I'm not going to sit here and hinder you. I'm not going to be a hindrance to you while you're trying to figure out stuff.
Right.
And she was like, no, you ain't got to do all of that. But then came to me later and said,
yeah, you got to do all that.
I don't know if I can do this. I said, okay, bet.
Set me free.
I said, okay, bet. Then she hit me with the, she came back later, because that's how I ended that conversation. I was like, all right, cool. Whatever works for you.
She probably wanted you to fight more.
She hit me back later. She said, so, because by that time, I had taken all our stuff off social media. So she was like, so we broken up now? I said, you told me that you don't think you can do this. Did you not? She said, I did, but I didn't mean like
don't
that.
Don't you take tabs off of me.
She's like, I didn't mean like that. I was like, no, that is what you meant. Because you said you can't do this relationship anymore. So how else did you expect for me to take that? So after that, she was like, okay, well, I guess we just broken up then. But then she would hit me with I just want my best friend back.
That's what's up.
And I was like, if you looking for a guy that was like ultra depressed, that was holding on to stuff and drinking his sorrows away, he gone. Like, he's buried and he's not coming back. Because the guy that I am now is somebody totally different than that guy.
Change agent.
Yeah. So we had left it at that, and we haven't spoke since.
That was the final countdown. Final finale.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ready?
I am.
All right, listen. If you pay attention to their different patterns of the relationship, going from one relationship to the next relationship, to the next relationship, to the next relationship, not really giving yourself time to heal properly.
Yeah.
When somebody get cut, I'm talking about deep cut.
Yeah.
It's certain things that has to happen. If the cut is deep enough, 9 times out of 10, you have to get stitches.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to go through a certain period where the stitches are on.
Mm-hmm.
And once the stitches are on, it's for a certain amount of time on the womb.
I'm familiar.
To keep the womb closed.
I'm familiar.
Right?
Yes.
Now, after the womb has healed, then the doctor comes back, cut the stitches out.
Mm-hmm.
This is process of healing. Now, I want you to catch this. So, cut the stitches off, and still then, even the womb is still a little shaky. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And over time, it heals. What a lot of us do when we get a relationship, I'm guilty of it. I'm guilty of it myself. That's why I can speak from this vantage point right here.
Yeah.
We get the cut. It's real deep. From the first relationship.
Yeah.
Cut is deep. We put the Band-Aid on it when it ultimately needs to be stitched up. But we take the Band-Aid and move on to another relationship. Now understand, the womb is still there. The cut's still deep. So you go to a different relationship with that same cut. And after they finish with you, guess what? The cut get deeper. No, it's the same cut. The cut get deeper. So then you say, I'm hurting. Because a lot of times we as men don't begin to realize we hurting until we go through some stuff.
Yeah.
So in the midst of all of that, okay, we say, let's get some stitches. Because it's the cut is deep now.
Yeah.
It's very deep.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no Band-Aid that's going to hold this together. So we go to the next relationship with the stitches.
Mm-hmm.
Now understand, it's a healing process while the stitches are on.
Yeah.
So after that relationship over, the cut is cut again. The moral of the story is this. Before you go to any type of relationship, you must heal first, regardless of the situation. When you're in a relationship and you give yourself to another person, they ultimately take a piece of you. And that's a piece you can never get back.
True.
And that piece is called time. Time is part of your life.
Yeah.
So the time and the efforts you put into a relationship, you never get back. So in the midst of all this giving and giving and giving, you're not replenishing. That's why a lot of us walk away from these relationships broken and don't know how to cope with a lot of stuff. So that's why we move to drinking, smoking, different other stuff that does us no good. So
it's like we giving out of an empty pan.
Yeah. Which you're not giving nothing.
Exactly.
So you go into different relationships, and the reason why each relationship reminds you of a last relationship is because we haven't had time to really change our mentality. And we go for what's comfortable for us. And usually what's comfortable for us is usually what's bad for us. So in the midst of what's bad for us, we feel like we gonna fix it. We always feel like we fixer-uppers. I'm gonna stand with this person. I'm gonna fix them up. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
You came in there and hand me down. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what true love look like. But ultimately, you don't even know what true love look like.
Yeah.
Because you're still broken from whatever third, fourth, fifth relationship you've been in. You're still yet broken. And you haven't had time to heal. So now you get to the grand finale. And ultimately, I always feel like when you're in a relationship, the person that's with you have to pull you up.
Yeah.
I always feel like the person that you're with has to be able to build you up. Can't be so focused on, okay, this and that, and not noticing that you're hurting inside of the relationship.
Yeah.
So, with all this being said and with all this being done, number one thing, if you get into a relationship with someone, please make sure, as a believer, that you get somebody who's walking the same walk that you're walking. Unequally yoked is a serious thing. It never works. It never works. It's crazy because it never works. Yeah. As much as we try to make it work, it just don't fit. You don't believe what I believe. Your heart is not where my heart is. So eventually, we're gonna part ways. And the thing is, will the part be peaceful, or will the part be very damaging? See, you've had a lot of damaging parts.
Oh yeah,
partings sure. like listen, some stuff you have like, okay, cool, bet you cool, fine, all right, bad. Some stuff was ripping.
Yeah.
And for me, like, that's a difficult thing to heal from. Like the shorty that you thought about proposing to. That's a different level of feeling there. Because you thinking in your head like forever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to sacrifice everything that happened in this relationship to still say, will you marry me? You better be thanking God he intervened.
You don't know how many, boy.
Thank God he intervened.
I said, Jesus, you saved me.
I'm trying to tell you, like, you got to understand that. I always tell people, you can't trust yourself. The most craziest thing is to trust your judgment, because we would go with what's comfortable for us.
Yeah.
This girl looks comfortable. She looks familiar. She's like familiar territory. familiar territory. But ultimately, it's just the same territory, different face.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it was. Because they all said the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose you as a friend, dog. Get your hand off me. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's like, I want to keep a piece of you. I want to keep tabs on you. Basically, I want to keep you as a friend.
Let me see what you're doing.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to, but I want to make sure you ain't being with nobody.
Pretty much.
Yeah, come on now. Listen. But you have to blame yourself because people can only do what you let them do.
Yeah.
So through these relationships, I truly hope you learn. Pick up.
Of course.
Like, listen.
Of course.
Like, first of all, abuse is real.
Yeah.
Not just for women, but it's also for men too.
And that was I think that was the proudest moment for myself. Like when I was like in that last relationship, when I was just like, like this is it.
Yeah.
Like
now,
no more.
Now your next one, you're giving yourself time to build yourself up.
Oh, for sure.
Before you go to the next step with any type of relationship. Now, we're gonna be doing a series on relationship goals. Mm-hmm. This just so happened to be the first one. Now, if y'all want to know about my relationships, you have to hold off. At the end of the day, this is RJ's time to talk about his relationships and what he went through. What's the worst thing in a relationship that has happened to you to make you even say, man, you know something? This hurt. And this is a hard cactus to swallow.
Any relationship or out of those?
Any relationship. Out of those. Let's go out of those. Because those are the relationship we're dealing with.
Still be losing the kid. Yeah.
You hear that? Now, do your mom know?
No. She gonna know now.
Do you want to explain this or?
I can. So
hope she don't see this podcast.
You know, things happen.
Does. All right, continue.
I made a mistake. I slipped up.
We all do.
And I was trying to figure out how we were gonna go through with it. Because it was too late to get the medication.
Mm-hmm.
So it was already like here.
I'm with you.
And unbeknownst to me, she made the decision for herself to go to the doctor and, you know.
Behind your back.
Yeah.
Wow.
I never knew until afterwards. Broke me.
So that is the worst thing.
Yeah.
How did you recover from that?
Kinda. Like,
I know it's probably always that thought of, man, I could have had a seed.
Yeah, that, and when like situation that happened close to us, when we had to sit in there and deal with that brought up some stuff. But other than that, like, I've dealt with it. Mm-hmm. But
it's always triggers. Yeah, but you gotta know your triggers.
Yeah, as long as I stay away from them, I'm good.
I mean, I wouldn't say stay away from them.
Not like that. But you know,
sometimes you gotta figure out how to deal with these triggers.
Not like that. I'm saying, like, if I notice it and I sink in, like, I don't allow myself to sink in. That's what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Like, if I notice it, I'll address it and be like, all right, this is what it is.
Your mom gonna say, so you just dropping all kind of bombs on the podcast, but you can't come tell me nothing.
My mom's always been the last to know stuff when it comes to me.
Don't look at me.
That's all me.
I guess I have a way of bringing things out, you know? I believe communication. Yeah, communication.
That was the one right there.
Yeah. Yeah. So, here's the thing, people. Listen, first of all, thank you for tuning into the podcast. Relationship goals. RJ's confession. But I hope you got something about it. Continue to tune in. We're gonna take this one a little further.
Yeah.
This is not going to be the only relationship that we deal with. And at the end of everything, you're gonna find out and figure out how important it is to, number one, guard yourself, protect yourself at all costs, because hurt is real. Hurt, to me, man, it's difficult to take back and it's difficult to get rid of.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's something that stays with you forever. As much as you may forgive them and all that different other stuff, at the end of the day, man, pain. That's why we a lot of time are so defensive about a lot of stuff, because we haven't yet dealt with the pain.
Yeah.
And then we find ourselves alone, not talking to anybody. And we deal with it on our own. Then, in the midst of dealing with it, it chokes us out.
Yeah.
Because we have no outlet. It's just circulating here.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, it's just heavy on your heart.
Yeah. I feel like in that moment in the last relationship when my grandmother passed, if I wouldn't have took the time to write Sweet Potato Pie, I'd have been lost. Cause that was my coat at the time.
Got you.
Yeah. Like really leaning into that.
I feel like everybody needs an outlet. I keep an outlet. And I guarantee you, I plug into my source, which is God.
Yeah.
That's what keeps me sane. That's what keeps my power on 10. So when I'm waking up on 10, it's because, man, I done plugged into my source. Let's go.
Yeah.
If God before me, who? Yeah. But thank y'all for tuning in. I'm Mr. Made Over.
And I'm your boy RJ.
And continue to hit that like button.
Oh yeah, subscribe.
And comment and share, man. Share the video. Don't keep it to yourself. Yeah.
If you're on YouTube, hit the notification bell. If you are listening right now on Spotify, hit that heart. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? And download it. Take this with you. You know, you got relationship problems too.
Come on.
It's to help you through some stuff.
Come on, man. You probably relating to me right now. Yeah, he right.
Yeah, brother, right. I gave my all to that girl. I gave my all to him.
Come on.
But learn as we go.
Yeah.
As long as you learn. So
to my final destination, girl.
Listen.
You ain't gotta worry about none of this. We good.
Into his final destination, girl. Listen. You have to go through me.
That is facts.
First, you have to go through a smooth background check.
Like
through a lot of people.
You gotta go through a list.
I'm not gonna lie.
Sis. And this is probably the end of the line for you right here, going through my brother. You know,
And there's a lot of stuff you can't hide from me.
That's true.
So
That's
come
facts.
genuine. That's
facts.
how I feel. Come with the realest of the real. So Final Destination. You've been warned.
And that's all facts.
That's for real. But we're gonna get with y'all next time. Keep God first. And the rest and everything you want. It's gonna happen.
So I'll allow my brother to say,
show some love, man.
And until next time, we shall bid you adieu.
And we out.
Yes, sir.
Lately I've been living on a high life.